the topic types of fraction. In my previous video, I have explained you what are fractions, how a fraction can be written, what is the meaning of numerator and what is the meaning of denominator. If anyone have not watched that video, I am giving the link in the description. Click on that and watch that video first. So today we are going to learn about types of fraction. What is types of fraction? What are the different types of fraction? There are many different types of fractions, and one by one today we are going to discuss. The first one is like fraction. The first one is like fraction. Now, what is a like fraction? As I said, any number that can be written in the form of a by b is known as fraction. And when different fractions have same denominator, all the fractions are collectively known as like fraction. That is, if I write 8 by 9 or 7 by 9 or 5 by 9. In this case, you can notice all these three fractions have the same denominator, that is 9. All the three fractions have the same denominator, that is 9. When all the fractions that are given had the same denominator, those type of fractions are known as like fraction. Now, the next one. What is an unlike fraction? The next one is unlike fraction. What is an unlike fraction? When a fraction has different numerator and different denominator. Suppose I write 8 by 6 or else 2 by 3 or else 5 by 2 or else 1 by 7. Here you can notice all the fractions have different numerator and different denominator. When a fraction has different numerator and different denominator, those fractions are collectively called as unlike fraction. Now, coming to the third category, that is proper fraction. What is a proper fraction? When the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Remember, when the numerator is smaller than the denominator, that particular type of fraction, we name it as proper fraction. Let me show you an example. If I write numerator as 5, and remember, the denominator should be larger than the numerator, a bigger number to 5, that's somewhat you can write 6. Here you can see this one is small. Here you can see this one is small and this one is big. When the numerator is small then the denominator is big, those type of fractions are known as proper fractions. Let me show you one more example. 2 by 3, 5 by 10, 8 by 20. Here in all these kind of fractions, you can notice the numerator is smaller and the denominator is bigger. A fraction which have a smaller numerator and a bigger denominator, those type of fractions are known as proper fractions. Now, coming to fourth category. The fourth category, we all know what is the fourth category. And the fourth category is improper fraction. Now, what is an improper fraction? As we knew what is a proper fraction, so now it's very simple and easy to understand what is an improper fraction. As I said, in proper fraction, we are having small numerator and big denominator. So in improper fraction, we will have the reverse of it. The reverse in the case, here we will have the big numerator and the small denominator. Here we will have the big numerator and small denominator. A fraction having a big numerator and a small denominator is known as improper fraction. So I can add some few examples. 10 by 3, 20 by 8, 9 by 6. In all these fractions, you can notice the numerator is bigger and the denominator is smaller. A fraction having a bigger numerator and a smaller denominator is known as improper fraction. Now coming to the fifth part. We all knew what is the fifth part? The fifth part is unit fraction. The fifth part is unit fraction. Now what is a unit fraction? The name itself denotes unit. And what is the meaning of unit? Unit means 1. The value of 1. If you find 1 in the numerator, if you find 1 in the numerator and any other number except 1 in the denominator, 1 in the numerator and any other number other than 1 in the denominator, these type of fractions are known as unit fractions. These type of fractions are known as unit fractions. Now, going through a quick revision, fractions are 5 types. The first one, like fraction. The second one, unlike fraction. Third, proper fraction. Fourth, improper fraction. And fifth, unit fraction. Now, what is a like fraction? The fractions having same denominator. The fractions having the same denominator is known as like fraction. Like, you are writing some examples, you can go through it. 2 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3. All the fractions are having the same denominator. Those are known as like fractions. What is an unlike fraction? The fraction having both numerator and denominator different. Like 1 by 2, 6 by 8, 5 by 9. Here you can see all the fractions are having different numerator and different denominator. That is known as unlike fraction. Now what is a proper fraction? The fraction having smaller numerator and bigger denominator. Smaller numerator, bigger denominator. Smaller numerator, bigger denominator. The fraction having smaller numerator, bigger denominator is known as proper fraction. Now what is an improper fraction? The fraction having bigger numerator, smaller denominator. Bigger numerator, smaller denominator. Bigger numerator, smaller denominator. The fraction having a bigger numerator and a smaller denominator is known as improper fraction. Now what is a unit fraction? The fraction where you can see 1 in the numerator and other than 1 any other number in the denominator is known as unit fraction. So these are the types of fractions which I have taught today. If you like my video, share my video and comment it if you are having any doubts. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.